It's gonna be a quiet day. I'm not gonna do any like story quests or anything. I'm just gonna do a bunch of side stuff, like mining and leveling skills. I don't really feel like reading today. That's okay though. Making apple jam. Yeah, I'm making a bunch of it. So I just have a few minutes left in the day. I like no skills that day. It's probably because the other day I was just doing like the story quest, not actually doing anything, just going through dialogue and story. I remember to put my farming things on. Or you've watched on Jam. It's good to know. Gold boot. What about the Sunhaven CLOA? I can't afford that. I tried to cast the Wingless spell. That one just remembered it was even a thing. Because I haven't been down here in such a long time. Wait a minute. Nah, I have the keys. I should probably spend those. I forgot I had the keys for so long. Just taking up a space. Wait a minute, I have another key. I have to do this floor. Although, if I pick this up. That was the last key. Just had to make sure. Why did I think I wouldn't have inventory troubles again? I thought I wouldn't run out of space because I put away a couple things. But yeah, I should probably eat this. What's that? Yeah, I like this one. I think the other pets I got so far were kind of... I think I like this one. Make sure I keep a space open for the key though. Otherwise I'm gonna miss it. At the time thing. Now I gotta clear out another space for the key. for space. Round key. I opened this before. I think I have. Or, the chest is there. I should probably pick that up too. I throw away. That's where the leaves leave. How do I unlock the Nelvari? Shouldn't I have like the Nelvari teleport too? That's convenient. It's for farming XP. That's why. Because I'm trying to rush the rain cloud. Actually, it's because I'm gonna go buy seed anyway. I'm gonna plant stuff there. Yeah. Once I get rain cloud, I'm actually gonna farm. Because I think my least favorite part about farming games is manually watering all the crops. Oh, hey there, Catherine. What did you need? Well, I've seen how much your farm is growing. I suppose you've gotten from being a new farmer to the farmer now, if you know what I mean, T. I don't think you could hide those green thumbs of yours if you tried. I thought you should have turned them, not green. Because I have to water them manually. But I'm so close to getting rain cloud. Also, thanks for the subscription. Again. And 6 months in advance too. Which brings me to why I'm here. I need to make a carrot cake, but I only want the best carrots possible. Would you be willing to grow me 25 carrots? It's gotta be big enough to feed a rabbit Amari family reunion. I'll pay well for your efforts. Sure, a piece of cake. Thanks a lot, Raiju. My extended family members will appreciate it too. Do I get the seeds for free or do I have to buy them? I have to buy my own seeds. You can sell carrot seeds here. You know, I'm gonna check to see if they're sold in the other store. I think they're growing every season. I've mainly just been farming grapes because they grow in one day. And I like that kind of return on investment. There's no expiry on this quest, right? Yeah, there's probably no expiry. I'll do that later when I have rain cloud. So what is this? Half a loaf of bread? Is this a consumable? I'm gonna buy it anyway. Look, I bought it, okay? Is this a piece of furniture or... Okay. Yeah, that's like the bargain corner too. Bread. You better be happy because I bought that $500 bread. I think I have enough plots for 100 grapes. What do you mean, what pet? Do you mean what? Pets, Because I've gotten a lot. I have this, Lantern Spirit. I have this Smolder pet. I sort of just put them wherever, like when I got them. No. I have the squid. I have this rock. And I had one more, I think. Yeah, I have this Weedle behind the grill. That's such a tiny piece of bread. No, I do not have a cat. But maybe I could get one. I thought about it. I mean, it's half of a really small loaf. It's not a baguette, that's for sure. If it was a baguette, like half a baguette, I'd expect it to be like 4 times longer. It looks like half a slice of bread. If that was a loaf of bread, I think that would be like 2 slices. The ends piece and 1 regular slice. The only reason I've used more baguettes is because my family used to do this thing where they make what we call a pizza baguette. So like we make a pizza and then we roll it up into a roll so it's like a baguette. So we just call them pizza baguettes. It's one of my favorite foods that my mom makes. My sister used to make. For a second I thought I was missing a seed. I hope that one little hole doesn't bother anybody. I thought about buying like, just spending all my money on seeds, and I figured maybe I can buy something else for once instead of being poor. I don't think... Are there actual baguette measurements? Because I thought it was just like a long loaf of bread. Me actually... I do keep a tape measure right next to me. On the off chance I need to measure my height. Okay, I think I've seen a few baguettes in my life. When I was younger at the grocery store, there used to be like this bin of baguettes. And I think they would be like... Yeah. I think those baguettes I saw as a kid would be like 2 feet long. I actually haven't seen a baguette in a long time. Fresh honey. 2,000 gold. Probably do that. Or do both. I don't know if I have like the spare bars right now though. I just went mining the other day, so I should have enough to smelt some bars. Although I guess now that I think about it, That's probably not as much money as I feel like it is. I feel like it's a ton of money because I was always poor for like the first season because I never sold anything. Because I saw like those passive money income skills, like 80 gold a day, and like all the passive income. So I thought I was just gonna rely on that. But since farming grapes, I think I've actually found something to sell now, for real. I wonder if the honey salesperson is in town. I think last time I took a quest to give someone honey, and what I did was I went to the relationship person to buy some honey. Then I walked to the left, that's where they were, and then I saw this honey person was in town, where I could have bought the honey for way, way cheaper. Where's the person? Who wanted the honey again? June? Oh yeah, they're in the library. Yeah, I went to this person to buy honey last time, and it's so much more expensive. Oh, there he is. I used to think I would never play games infuriatingly, but now that I think about it, it probably infuriates some people that I just leave so many quests untaken. Like I'm not gonna take that kid's quest because I don't believe in kids. What could possibly be wrong with my farm? Other than this one hole in the field and some random decorations. And the best part, this totem that obviously could be better placed because it only touches half my crops, but yeah, I still put it right here. What's wrong with my farm? Also, that guy blocking the beach. I can't get rid of him because I don't have this stuff. And at this point, I don't even think I can grow it before the season ends. Two other infuriating parts of my farm do I have? What about the inside of my house? Look at this decor. Look at this. These two chests, obviously on the other side of the room. The bed. I mean, when I tried, like when I first started the save, I spent like half the entire day just placing my house. Because for some reason, time didn't pause as I was placing my house. I kind of wonder what would happen. Wait a minute. Oh, let's not forget this entire quarter of the crops that aren't infused. For a brief moment, I forgot I could talk about Ark with you guys because you're in the Ark loop. And that's pretty much all I've been thinking about for the past few days. So I tried to get a Tuso last night. You thought I couldn't do it, but it could be done. It could be done with a bit of finesse. I almost had it. I'm probably gonna try again today if the same one is still there. Yeah. It could be done. If that same one is still there looking in the waters, I'm gonna try and get it again. I've looked at how to tame it before, and I knew it was a passive tame, but I forgot the most important and most annoying part. You can only tame it when it's aggroed and grabbed something. Because I was getting ready to tame it. I went up to it, I was spamming E, and it was just like, this Tuso does not want to be tamed right now. And I was thinking, what do you mean it doesn't want to be tamed right now? Do I have to wait? Then I looked it up, and it has to grab something. So yeah, I'm gonna need to sacrifice something. Let's not forget this one crop. Is there like a mass diffuse so you don't just like miss one? I don't even know what a Tuso could be used for. I just know that it apparently can grab everything. Everything that's in the water at least. I mostly just formed it to flex. And see if I could. I don't even have the saddle for it. Eventually I'm probably gonna have to make my own, like, unlock my own saddle engrams. So I think Mary was almost out of engram points. I think they said they had like 200 or something left. I don't know how many more saddles that's gonna buy. At the very least, I should probably buy my own like Dolphin Megalodon saddle. At least get my own saddles for the dinos I have a lot of. Yeah. I wonder if you can breed them. Yeah. In my search for like the one I was trying to tame, I did see a lot of Basilosauruses. Yeah, I think aren't Basilosauruses the things that are immune to electricity? So they'd be great for jellyfish farming because they're immune to the jellyfish. I think they're also surrounded by mantas. Yeah. They're just swarmed by like 10 mantas, every single one of them. I wonder if the bug spray like prevents manta aggro. I think I read that it does. If that's the case, then maybe it's not gonna be that bad. I did watch a guide the other day about taming a Basilosaurus, and I think it was a pretty terrible guide. Because the guy was just like, okay, just put down your text scanner or whatever and scan for one. And then you find one, it's gonna be surrounded by a bunch of mantas, but you just kill the mantas. And this guy was on a Megalodon that was level 9,000, and all the mantas were like level 1. I don't think I saw a single thing in this guide that was more than level 10, except for his 9,000 Megalodon. Yeah, they're a passive tame. I think I might prefer if they were a passive tame, because I don't think... knocking them out is gonna be easy in the water. Because usually what I do is I pick them up, I move them into like a jail or something. But currently, I don't have anything that can pick up stuff underwater. Hopefully that will change soon. For a second I was trying to remember why we're even trying to break into the deep ocean anyway. Then I remembered. It's the underwater loot crates, which supposedly should have a much higher chance of giving good blueprints and stuff. In all my exploration yesterday, I didn't see a single one. Like, I went all around the map, all around the sea, went in a circle, I didn't see any. So either they're really hard to see or really, really rare. Or both. It's probably both. Because I don't think they have the beacon that other supply drops do. Or if they do, I've never seen it. Well, I think I know a lot of things we should do. It's just that I never get around to them because I always get sidetracked and stuff. But sure, what should we do? I think I thought about that a while ago, and I heard that underwater bases really suck. I'm still interested because I want to experience everything. But everywhere I checked, they said underwater bases really suck. I think that might be able to be done without that underwater base stuff. Like, we could just build tiny little boxes. Or big boxes, depending on what the plan is. I built a tiny little, like, 1x1 house. Like, right next to the entrance. So I thought, oh, I'm gonna put a dolphin in there, and then put a transponder on it. And then I thought about it, and then I thought I really didn't want to spend the Engram points, so I just went with the GPS instead. If we ever do mod it somehow, I really hate the Engram system and how you can't get everything because there aren't enough points. Because it makes me not like buy any Engram, and then I'm constantly limited by things I can't craft because I don't have the Engram for it. And if I did want to get it, then I'd have to buy like 10 other Engrams and it would cost like 10 times as much. Because the other day I heard that if you wear a gas mask underwater, then it lets you see with perfect clarity. Like there's no water at all, no fog. Which sounded really good, so I thought about it. But the thing is, if I wanted to get a gas mask, okay, the gas mask, yeah, well the goggles suck. Yeah, I wanted to ask you like how big a difference from night vision was. The goggles actually suck, by the way. I put them on and I see like 10% further. Well, I imagine it's a 9-day difference because it's kind of in the name. I want to ask you for a screenshot of the difference. Like, how big a difference is it? Alright, one more level and I'll have Rain Cloud. And I can get rid of this watering can. Yeah. I didn't end up getting the gas mask because I thought it was way too expensive to be worth it. Because the gas mask itself is like 100 points. But then I also need Absorbent Substrate, which is like 60 points. But then I also need the Chemistry Bench, which needs like the beer keg and a bunch of other stuff I'm never gonna use. So I figured I'm just gonna not use it. Awesome package. I want to figure out how night vision works. Is it like it makes the game brighter, or is it like yes, no? If it's nighttime, you can see. If it's daytime, you get flashbanged. Because if it's actually just 50-50, I feel like that's kind of dumb. Instead of just making things brighter. Yo, green is good, right? Except for that one Pteranodon. I think that Mirror just impulse tamed and just called it green. Well, it's gotta be an improvement from how I was doing yesterday, because I was hunting that 2 Soda Tame at night. It would turn night because I was down there for so long, and it would go pitch black. I couldn't see anything. Like, I couldn't even see the walls. I was completely blind down there. So it was either I go down blind or I wait for the daytime, where my stuff is probably gonna despawn. So give them a diamond, which I'm conveniently carrying. I'm glad I didn't put that away. Yeah. I thought about getting night vision goggles myself, but again, that's like, it's expensive on the points, because I need to buy like 10 other things first. Were they the things that needed absorbent substrate? I think they were. I think you were talking about it, you needed absorbent substrate and like the black pearls. Yeah. So far what I've done is I don't unlock saddles. I just leave it to Miri. Yeah, I don't think that works for me because I'm trying to tame everything. And if I unlock every saddle, that's probably gonna be like all my points gone. It's annoying because like at first I was gonna be really conservative after you told me the points are limited, and then it's like I need one wooden wall. I don't have the engram. like one wooden wall. I'm really gonna wait all day just so I can ask Miri to craft one wall. And it's like, I need like something broke in the base. I need to fix it. We're gonna buy like one pipe for the Engram. Yeah, I think there are still some things that I'm definitely gonna get. Like, I think I have most, if not all, of the stone building engrams. We probably don't need metal because we can get blueprints for that. That's what I've been doing. I think I also want to get like either the cannon or the catapult or like the turrets engrams. Because I think there's a world where I should put a gun on a camel. Maybe a minigun turret or a rocket turret. I've heard the rocket turrets like have durability and break over time, so they're not overpowered. So having to repair that could be a little annoying. But those are pretty expensive too. I think like the turrets are like 100 engram points each or something. Yeah, I was gonna buy grape seeds. Also, I'm gonna BRB, I gotta do a thing. My Twitch emotes. I don't remember which ones I have. Let me see. I think they're mostly follower emotes. Yeah. For the most part, I picked up like some simple art skills and made some simple emotes. Yeah. That one's my most used emote. Like whenever I go to like my Twitch page or something, I just see like a notice like, congratulations, this is your most used emote. It's been used like 300 times across other channels. Except, like, I'm the only one who uses it. Because I don't think you can use follower emotes like in other channels. I think it's follow emote. Yeah. Well, I haven't been doing art for very long. I had a friend like a few years ago who was like a really young artist, and I figured I'd ask him to teach me art. Maybe. Wait, isn't it Lucia's birthday? Give gift. I think they're already max friendship, but I think it's their birthday, so have a fire crystal. Yes, anytime. Yeah. I asked them to teach me art, like the basics of art, and we started with like, well, it was a little bit of a journey. I think I saw my first like drawing with their guidance. How close am I to it? Finally, I have Rain Cloud. Right, mana. That's probably gonna be my most used spell now. I can finally ditch this watering can. It's a funny story how I got into like, quote unquote, simple art. Because originally I was going to try and become a hentai artist. And then I did try and draw some like lewd things. They're okay, but then I figured, yeah. Turns out drawing like funny little cute wholesome stuff like that is actually more fulfilling. And I can show it to more people without being questioned. I think I've done art for a while. I've thought about doing art streams before. I don't know if I ever will. I thought that would say like what exactly the buff is, but it's just blank. I need more mana food. The day has come where I'm basically out of mana foods. I've never eaten blueberries before. Getting brand new benefits from that. Each map. I've been to Nelvari. Like I just unlocked Nelvari last time. I unlocked the farm and everything. I think there's also Withergate too, but I haven't gone there. So I'm gonna say no, I haven't seen every map. For the longest time, I was just doing farming, not actually doing any like the main story quest. And then I woke up one day and figured I should probably do the story because there's probably more content that way. There's so many places I haven't been. Like, oh, there's a Navari map. I've seen like basically none of Nalvari. Since I'm guessing the map is not supposed to be like 90% leaves and blank space. So yeah. You know that whirlpool that spawns like under your farm somewhere? I never touched that. Like I imagine maybe that's like a map or something, or but I never touched it at all. I just left it. Which is another thing to add to things that infuriate you about my farm. Yeah, I think the fish traps aren't that great. I just put them down because they're free, but they do basically nothing. They don't even catch good fish. Like all the good fish are caught manually. At least that's in my experience. Like I just come down to this pond here, and sometimes I'd catch a legendary fish or something. I think it's an interesting choice to have a fishing minigame where there have to actually be fish in the water. I told you I tried fishing on Ark the other day because I heard that you can get blueprints from fishing in Ark. Except fishing in Ark is so painfully slow. Because I looked it up for like more information, and first of all, there have to actually be fish in the water, like the coelacanth, the salmon, piranhas, whatever. You need to have bait, which you can use sap, honey, or leech blood as bait. Sap is the worst one. Leech blood and honey are the better ones. The thing is, honey expires so fast. By the time I catch one fish, like, honey's gonna be half expired. Because it's so slow. Apparently, the way it works is your bobber has to be within attraction range of the same fish for like 20 seconds before they bite. And the painful thing about that is they swim around, so they're gonna go out of range and then you're not gonna catch them. The actual mini game of reeling it in is kind of fun though, but the worst part is getting them to bite. Like a building meant to trap fish, or the actual fish basket trap that you use to catch fish. I thought about that because the other day I got a blueprint for the fishing basket that you trap fish with. That was not where I stopped it. I thought about that. I'm probably going to do that, but first, I'll need to find like a good pond where there are actually fish. Because I tried fishing in the ocean, which is horrible because it's so big and the fish swim all over the place and they swim out of range. It takes me like more than 10 minutes to catch one fish. There is a pond in the redwood behind my house, behind me and Miri's base. I'll probably build something there, like maybe I'll put a raft there or a fishing dock or something. At the very least, that's a smaller contained pond. Because I think saber-tooth salmon are also the best fish to catch. They have the highest chance of giving you a blueprint and actual good stuff. That's not where I stopped it. Yeah, making like a fishing spot is also on my list of things to do. But I don't know when I'll get around to it. What am I gonna, I wonder what I'm gonna do today. I still want to try and catch that Tuso. But before I try again, I'm gonna need to breed up some more dolphins and sharks. That's gonna take time. They take so long to grow up. Last time I tried breeding a batch of them, like, I didn't want to stand around and wait the whole time, so I went and did other things. And when I got back, they starved to death before I could claim them. Except for one. I had like 3 dolphins breeding, 2 of them starved, I got 1 of them. I think just sitting around breeding like dinos and stuff would be something I would do, but I don't want to just sit around waiting all the time, so I don't do it as much. I could probably leave that fish on the ground. Another idea I got is what if I bred up some more like gathering dinos? Like bred some more Doedicuruses and let them loose to go mine stone. I tried testing out the one Doedicurus I have, like setting it on wander and seeing when it comes back. What I did was I set it to wander and then I just filled it up with like some stone so it'll fill up faster. And when it got to like half full or something, it just stopped gathering. It just kept wandering, but it just stopped breaking rocks. So I don't know if they actually come back to you or if they just wander randomly and not gather. But I'm told when they fill up, they come back to you so you can empty them out. But that didn't happen. Well, I think it's good to have encumbrance protection, because it is pretty infuriating to gather and then like you're suddenly overweight and you can't move at all, especially if you're in a dangerous situation. I feel like I haven't had any problems gathering though. Like the way it usually goes when I gather stone, I get on my Doedicurus, I go around, I pretty much completely encumber myself, like 70-80% full, and then I just ride them home. easy to have. Now that I have Rain Cloud, then farming's not gonna be a huge pain anymore. I should do a museum run the next day. Because what I usually do is I get one of everything and then take them all to the museum when they're ready. I might do that tomorrow. I wish Sunhaven had what Stardew Valley had, where you can check what the museum needs anywhere instead of having to like go there. Because here it's just like I have no idea. I have no idea what the museum still needs. Maybe today's gonna be like a dino breeding day on Ark for me. I need to get some spare dolphins and sharks. Maybe I'll expand the greenhouse too a bit. And originally I wanted to get a dung beetle to make fertilizer production easy. But turns out, on Valguero, dung beetles are exclusively in the wyvern pit. So, I don't know about that. I also want to get a mantis too, but apparently those are also down there exclusively. What I wanted to do was I wanted to get another Quetzal so I could breed them. So I could breed spares. And then take a Quetzal over to carry a mantis home or something. But first, we're gonna need to find the Quetzal that I need. Which I haven't really checked the past couple days. Hopefully I find one soon. And hopefully we can tame it. I was also wondering, what if we can fight bosses? Because I've watched some like playthroughs myself, I know how it goes. You gather some artifacts and stuff and then you go fight bosses. I wonder when we're gonna do that. Alright, I remember more now. We want to get blueprints before we get to like get any bosses, but we're not getting any good blueprints. So we're trying to get some good blueprints. I think maybe it might be more lucrative to set up a base or something in the Aberration, because it's pretty obvious that the overworld loot drops are garbage. Like absolute garbage. Well, what should we have to fight bosses? So we just need dinos. What about actual gear for ourselves? Do we need anything special for that? Yeah, I want to get a Daedon, because raising sharks, I need a lot of healing for them. I spec everything into health, and then I have to let them sit for like 2 hours to heal. Yeah, I think that's why I sort of set myself up to just breed a bunch of spares, get 2 dinos, and then breed an army with them. I do kind of have an army of Rexes, though. I think you can take 20 dinos in. I wanted to do a museum run. Oh yeah, I think you said, like, as we were taming that Tech Quetzal the other day, you said if it went further, it would have hit, like, a boss in the overworld. Beach barbecue. They're not usually there. I think it's weaker than the actual, like, Brood Mother, if that's what it's called. It's funny how when I first started playing Ark, and I knew nothing about the game, I thought what I would be doing is I would just be doing everything by hand, because I didn't think having dinos would be as, like, mandatory as it actually is. But I now realize you basically use dinos for everything. It's part of the reason I spent so much into weight at the beginning, because I expected to just be carrying everything myself, which it still has its purposes. Like, I can carry, like, actually carry 200 black pearls and still move. That's useful. It also helps a lot with just hauling stuff around the base short distances. We as, like, the player characters might have a bit more impact if we got some actual blueprints, like, for weapons and stuff. Like, good weapons. I heard that through fishing, you can get, like higher end blueprints. Like, blueprints that are for, like, fabricated handguns and sniper rifles and stuff, instead of just, you know, pistols and pikes. Well, that's why you have your Mantis, right? You can give your Mantis a couple of sickles and they're expected to melee damage, I think. When we do bosses, I think we probably could take a couple Dionycuses. I think they have a bleed effect. I read up on them and they have a bleed effect. So they do percent damage, and they work on bosses. So having a couple of those would do a lot of damage for us. Master Armor. I still have so many things to do in Ark, but so many other things come first. Like, I want to get a Dung Beetle and Mantis, but my plan requires being able to breed Quetzals, which first, we have to find the right Quetzal. But before we can find the right Quetzal, like, we have to eliminate all the bad ones so more spawn. I can't really do that easily, because they like fly away so fast when they're wild. So I don't have the means to do that, especially when they're like level 200. So maybe I should think of a different plan, because that's not going to happen for a while. What I probably could do is I could just go in there expecting to die. Because so many things I have planned like hinge on other things. Maybe I should just go there and get a dung beetle. Because I want to expand the greenhouse, which, frustratingly enough, if I want to expand the greenhouse, I'm probably going to have to either get the greenhouse blueprints myself, like engrams, and then build it myself, or wait for Miri. Yeah, I might just get the greenhouse engrams. So I don't want to like wait around all the time. I already have the key. I pondered with Miri about this, but what if we just put lights in the abyss? Like put down a generator and then wire some lights around it. You could probably just like fill it with gasoline, and like a stack of gasoline is probably gonna last that thing probably multiple months, like real months. And by then, we may be done playing, so it's not gonna run out. I always joke about it with Miri, but it's not like we have a shortage of gasoline, because when we first got the oil rig, I sort of refined many stacks of gasoline. I think we still have like 9 full stacks of gasoline in the forge. So yeah. I would love to refine more, except it takes hide, and hide is ironically so much more valuable than the gasoline it would give me. Because we need saddles and everything. Especially for the Rexes and stuff. Do we have lightning wyverns on Valguero? I think you said we had like 2 types of wyverns, so maybe lightning wyverns are the ones we don't have. Didn't you say we can get teleporters too or something? Like after beating up some boss or something, you can get teleporters. I imagine that lets you like fast travel and keep your inventory. Is that like a boss unlock or something, teleporting? Or are you talking like fast traveling with beds where you drop your inventory? I was kind of hoping we'd get Lightning Wyvern, but I didn't think they were on this map. I was hoping we would get some action, like, soon. Because the past few days would seem to be, like, not much, just log on, I don't know, farm a bit, like, mine some metal. I've mostly just been, like, mining metal and, like, do my own little side things. Yeah, I want to up my Necroberry production too. Ideally with, like, the greenhouse. But I'm gonna need a dung beetle first. I think Miri thinks we have a lot of, like, a good supply of berries, but we actually need more. Especially if I'm gonna cook a bunch of, like, food, buff food especially, and kibble, which I plan to do. Whatever the blueberries are, I think they were azul berries. We're kind of running low on those. And what we have is we just have one crop plot for each berry. Technically, if I want it to be optimal, I should plant berries in small crop plots because there's no difference in size between the crop plots, except that if you want to grow crops, you need a medium or large. I think the only difference, like, a bigger crop plot provides is it can hold more water. And it's gonna be auto-irrigated anyway, so there's no point in that. Initially, what I thought was, well, maybe a larger crop plot can, like, hold more of the crop, so it can, like, you can stockpile it longer. But that's not the case. It only holds, like, 300 berries and 150 crops, depending on what you plant. When I expand the greenhouse, I'm probably just gonna put small crop plots, because then we can fit more spaces in there. And it makes no difference anyway. Alright, I already went to the end of the mines here. What do you mean have unspent skill points and press K to open the skill tree? Like, I saw that as I was exiting the mines, and I thought, oh, I have unspent skill points, I should open the skill tree. Alright. Mining. Map and combat. Just like Master Armor again. Next thing I'm probably gonna take is Master Craftsman, which I kind of hope this isn't like an RNG stat roll, but it might be. And then combat. I think just passive armor is good. what I'm hoping for in Ark is actually getting blueprints that I'm actually gonna use. Like high-end blueprints, like for fabricated guns or something, like a machine gun or... Okay, I guess technically we have blueprints for some really good flamethrowers. But we need ammo is the thing. I'm gonna need some flamethrower ammo if I make one. I probably would have made a flamethrower by now if I had a source of sulfur, which I think Ashika said there was sulfur near the wyverns, but I haven't been there yet. So we're gonna have to go there. Maybe that's what I'll do today. Maybe today I will go to the wyverns. At the very least, I need to scope it out, see what's there. I bet I can get an egg. I bet you I could get a fire like a wyvern egg and take it home. Doesn't seem to be that hard. I just go in, grab the egg, and then I'll run like the 5 wyverns chasing me. Yeah. Even if it was difficult, I would find a way. Because that seems to be a sort of trend. Like, whatever we're doing in Ark, I find a way. Well, I kind of want an ice wyvern too, kinda. Yeah. I noticed. I kinda noticed you just brute force everything. Namely, when you were teaming that mantis now, it's like, hey, you want some bug repellent? And you're like, nah, I don't have a carrot farm. And you didn't want any handouts, so, okay. Yeah. Maybe later, I'll tell Miri my 5-star plan for getting a wyvern egg. Yeah. When I told you about that Tuso and like there was an Alpha Tuso, I bet you thought I couldn't get around it, but I did find a way to get around it. That Alpha Tuso is still probably down there, but I can get around it. So it being there isn't as big of a problem. It's still a pretty big problem, it being there, but I could still operate down there. I didn't plant any crops. You know what? I should probably get some sort of banana food. For the first little while, I just lived off of seaweed. I've also thought about getting a Gigantosaurus, because I saw one. I saw one like near the wyverns. I don't know if I can pick it up though. You plan on getting one? Yeah. Well, I plan on getting 2. What do you mean what happens after you tame them? What, does something happen after you tame them or something? Are you gonna let me find out on my own or? Oh yeah? Yeah. I was really excited to tame that Ravager with Miri the other day. So I heard like, oh, they do bleed damage, that's gonna be really good. Except, after you tame them, they don't do bleed anymore. They only do bleed when they're wild and they're fighting you. Yeah. I think yesterday I was looking up to see what dinos did bleed damage, and more importantly, what dinos did bleed damage even after taming. And there were a few. The Megalodon does bleed damage, so worst case scenario, we could technically take out any underwater dino if we have enough Megalodons. Yeah, Deinonychus does. I actually read like the stats and stuff. The Deinonychus's bleed initially does a 0.3% of their HP, but it stacks up to 5, so it goes up to 1.5%. And it works on bosses. So technically, we could cheese bosses with some Deinonychuses. I probably could breed some. I should. I have some eggs in the fridge, I think. Also, Miri was wondering the other day about why they didn't lay like unfertilized eggs. Turns out Deinonychuses don't do that. They don't lay unfertilized eggs. So if we want the eggs for their kibble, we have to manually extract them. Maybe we should. Maybe we should leave the Deinonychuses on like mating forever and just pick up the eggs and cook kibble with them. Because I don't think the eggs like die if they're not heated properly. Because you find them in the wild and they're fine. And when we were trying to hatch one, like it was too cold, but the HP wasn't going down. So I think they just stay. Yeah, a timer of how long? Like many hours or something? That wasn't the case when we were trying to hatch that egg, because it was too cold, but the HP wasn't going down at all. Well, there still is a solution to that. We could just like make them lay eggs right in our air-conditioned corner. And either they'll hatch, or they at least won't die. Needs to be done. Keep forgetting that I have an animal. This thing is like the only reason I took Katie's package to get free food weekly. Because I'm not getting that guy food. The way I usually play farming games is usually I'm just in the mines. That's just what I do. And I never actually grow crops or have animals. So I hate watering the crops one by one. But with the rain cloud spell, it's not as bad now. I think the main reason I liked Stardew Valley as much as I did was it was pretty much expected that you just get sprinklers and auto water crops all the time. I can't imagine like watering a whole field of crops yourself. So I'm glad Stardew Valley has that automation. As a kid, I played Harvest Moon More Friends in Mineral Town, but I was really bad at it for many reasons. The first being, it was so tedious to water your crops. You could automate it if people liked you, because there were these like harvest sprites, like little gnomes or something, and if they liked you, you could ask them to water your crops and feed your animals and stuff. What do you mean why I hate this town I live in? Is it because I'm not picking up everything? I only want the seaweed. Although you do kind of raise a valid point, because I have just a few people. I haven't even talked to like most of the townsfolk. I probably have like not even a quarter of all the townspeople. I think I checked the marriage list and there were so many more people. No, I just want the hot woman. That's all. That's the best part. The hot woman. Let me guess. Is it Zyla, whatever her name was? The demon succubus lady? I think I saw her at some festivals. And when I was first ever exposed to Sunhaven, I think the person I saw playing Sunhaven married that person. Like, I get it. Yeah, well, I think you get them... I think they're from Withergate, and I haven't gotten there yet. And at this rate, maybe I'll get there in, like, next year. It seems pretty cool. I don't know when I'll get there. I should probably water our like Castoring Cloud the other way, so I don't just miss these two squares. Probably could have like done a bit more stuff in the Nelvari today, but I just got there last time, and I didn't feel like doing any reading today. So today, I was just gonna avoid the story because I didn't want to read today. When I play games, I think I have a tendency to just ignore the main story and do as many side quests as possible first. Which sometimes ends up ruining the game for me. So I think there was one game I played a while ago. I don't remember what it's called. It was like, the whole game opened up. Like, you get past the, like, intro or whatever, and then you could do everything. Like this Monster Hunter, like, side thing. You could just do the whole thing before actually doing any of the story. So I did that. I literally fought God before doing any of the story. Which I think was funny. But also, it was also infuriating because in the story there were like scripted losses where I would like one-shot a boss with like 2 billion damage. And then there would be a scripted loss, like, oh no, the boss is too powerful. And I'm like, I've literally beat God. What do you mean? I have 3 limit breaks. What do you mean this boss is too powerful? You mean like one of those bosses that spawn like on your farm and harass your farm until you get rid of them? I kinda wonder what it's gonna be. I kinda like those like the things that spawn your farm, except for the part of cleaning them up. Every one of them so far I've just done single-handedly. Like Weedle showed up, I did the whole jump rope minigame myself. Thank God I played Final Fantasy IX's jump rope minigame as a kid. And like that rock guy that gave me this pet, I sat there and mined that guy for like 2 hours. And did the whole thing myself, without consulting any of my neighbors. I mean, technically I did 1v1 those bosses. Because I looked at them, like, gave me the prompt, like, oh, I should talk to my neighbors about this. Which I didn't do at all. I just did the whole thing myself on the spot. Yeah, you go hit that thing. As you do, like when Miri sees a hot woman, you hit that thing. I think it's very possible that I just power up completely before doing any of the story. I'm just grateful that one person told me that Sunhaven's like basically all about magic. Like after a point in the game, it's just all magic. So I'm really glad I spec'd into magic and stuff. I don't even need this crossbow anymore. I don't know why I keep it. I think it's because in the beginning I had like no mana, and I had to rely on the crossbow. I didn't have anything else. I think so far, I haven't even passed out or like been defeated yet. So I'm kind of wondering if I can just go through the entire game without ever dying or passing out at midnight. It's gonna be like some gimmick where the boss is immune to magic or something. And I have to like melee it or use range. I imagine that's not the case because if there were mechanics like that, I feel like those fire enemies would be resistant to my fireballs, but they're absolutely not. If I had to guess what that boss is, it sounds like it might be like, I don't know, a dragon or something. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think like in the story I'm powering up so I can like face a dragon or something. I don't know. And then maybe it's supposed to be a scripted loss or like really difficult. You're not supposed to win. Maybe that, or maybe it's something else. Also funny, like, I saw like a dying guy here, and like the game was like, oh, I should go tell a doctor about it, which I never did because I just kept forgetting. And every time I would go into the woods, I would see that guy and remember, oh yeah, that guy's been dying there for like 2 weeks now. Yeah, it's very uncharacteristic of me to just leave a body laying there for multiple days when I should have taken it away instantly. I'm sure maybe knows. I always clean up the body immediately and never leave it out longer than it has to be. Big connection. I do have to befriend people for that though. Oh, I got an achievement for hitting 300 mana. So I just gained at least 17 mana from that one skill. Yeah, I think some of them definitely are kind of a waste. Like, for example, like this one, it seems like a total waste. Like, the next up to 12 very cooked meals sells for 20% more. And then it's like, and then it's worthless. Yeah. I'm trying to not be wasteful, because like, this might be like my most wasteful skill, because like, plus 10 mana, I can get that elsewhere. I don't know why I maxed this though. I finally put 1 point in this, because like, I hit the minimum anyway, so this is now just a waste. And then fishing. You know, I think this might be one of the worst skills, because getting perfect on fishing doesn't even do anything now. I read up on it, as I do when I play games, and it turns out before, it used to be where if you did land perfect, you would have a chance to fail, not catch the fish anyway. And you'd have to land perfect to actually guarantee the catch. But now, perfect just gives you a little extra experience. And other than that, there's no benefit to getting perfect. Wasn't I going to do a museum run? Might as well go deposit this mask. But I don't think I have this mask yet. Stone. I still need to fix that for 50 stone. But I always just put it away. Because I don't need stone, like, clogging my inventory. I don't think I have anything else. I feel like Sunhaven could be a lot better, especially like the skills and the potential waste of some of them. I wonder what I'm gonna do next for farming, because getting Rain Cloud was kind of a major achievement. Now, what am I gonna get next? Probably the Wooden Keg. I could max out Rain Cloud, but it doesn't really offer me anything except for it costs a little less. Actually, if I just water some squares, I probably could just get another level. Part of the reason why I have this just empty plot here is just to farming experience. Man, Rain Cloud is definitely a game changer. I'm probably gonna spec into that. I'm probably gonna get a lot of value out of that, making it a bit cheaper. Yeah, I could probably lay it out right now. I've slowly but surely been clearing out the field. Because I figured there's probably gonna be a day where I make a giant farm. But I was definitely not gonna do that before I got Rain Cloud. And I realized I'm not gonna get Rain Cloud unless I actually farm. So begrudgingly, I farmed a little bit. Like I have a few plots there. And then I realized jam was a thing. So I started making jam. I wish I realized that sooner. I think you can also just buy like a skill point with community tokens. I thought about doing that, and I thought, maybe I should probably try and do it legit instead of just buying skill points. I should probably buy something with like the community tokens. At the very least, I should start dating someone. I was planning to date everyone because it seems like there's no penalty for dating everyone. It's just that you can only marry one person. At the very least, doing that would make it easier to max out my friendship skills. The ones that give me benefits for each heart I have. I think those are also kind of wasteful today. Yeah, because it's like, I put a point in appreciation, and there's not much reason for me to put more points in. Because eventually, I'm going to cap this out anyway. So then extra points are going to be worthless. And the same with this one. I'm going to need to befriend a lot of people for that, but it's going to happen eventually. Especially seeing as how fast it is to befriend people. I thought it was going to be like Stardew Valley, where it takes like 2 weeks to get 1 heart. But in Sun Haven, it's not like that at all. It's like 1 heart per day. So then, I think I'm not even missing out that much by putting it off. But it's gonna happen in 10 days anyway. I probably should befriend more people at the very least. At the very least, meet everyone, put everyone in like the friendship checker. And what's the thing I was wondering? Are the scarecrows seasonal? Do you have to have each season's scarecrow? I suspect yes, because otherwise, why would there be multiple of them? Or maybe they're just cosmetic, they don't matter at all. I should start getting ready for the super farm. Oh, I missed a spot. Ah, whatever. Maybe I should have crafted some scarecrows. Yeah, I imagined it would be like that. So I guess the scarecrows are definitely seasonal. For a second I forgot you played Sunhaven, then I remembered I discussed my marriage prospects with you, and you said, oh, we picked the same people. So, before the season ends, I should probably go buy the, why am I watering across manually? I have a rain cloud. Okay. Well, summer's almost over, but I might be able to get, like, a couple more... Actually, that doesn't even matter. Because so many crops are just multi-season anyway. So I guess I should make some summer scarecrows. Have some wheat. At the very least, maybe I should make one. One more. Take 4 hours. I kind of wish these random small trees would stop just coming up everywhere. Okay, by the time I get to the store, there's probably gonna be open. I think they open at 8. It was either 8 or 9. I think in Sunhaven they open at 8, and in Stardew Valley they open at 9. If I have spare money, maybe I'll buy the red and orange bottles. I wonder how many plots I have. I probably should just buy as many as I can. And I guess I'll buy the red and orange bottles, because why not? In Sunhaven, I was a little disappointed about the seed maker. Because I thought it would be like Stardew Valley where you just need a seed maker and then you're good. You never need to buy seeds again. And I checked it. It takes 48 hours to make one batch of seeds. Is it too slow or something? That's what I hate about it. I thought maybe it would take like maybe an hour, maybe 2 or 3 hours, but 48 hours. If you're gonna have like a massive farm and you want to actually use a seed maker, 48 hours is not gonna do it unless you have like 50 of these things. Like, it's not even 24 hours. It's not like you put some seeds in, harvest them, and the next day they're good. They take 2 days. Well, I do have 10 onions. So probably not gonna do it. I still need 4 wooden beams. 5 in mana. Oh, I missed the spawn. Let's see. Pretty good. That would have taken me like at least 3 in-game hours to do that. I wish stuff would still auto-stack if they're in your hotbar, but they don't. So if they're in your hotbar, I have to put them in manually. I make more jam. I don't know what other jam I need. I can make peach jam, that's pretty good. I'm probably gonna have to raid house soon because I gotta deal with some stuff. I think I'm actually gonna raid him now. I gotta deal with things. I don't know anyone online to raid. I normally would go longer, but things have come up. I should like just reach into a new community because I could just raid like one person. I guess I'll raid this random person. I'm gonna raid this person. Anyway, thanks for stopping by today, guys. Tomorrow I'm probably gonna play Disco Elysium, maybe. We'll see. There's a chance I might do something else tomorrow, but I plan for Disco Elysium. I hope this person is like decent, because I didn't unmute him or listen, I just gotta figure it out.